When I was little, I was absolutely space mad. Still am, really, but far more so back then. Keep in mind, I was raised in the 1980s. Space was everywhere. Star Wars inspired so many imitation movies, some good, some bad. And, of course, the movie Space Camp. And I was raised with this book. And also this issue of Tintin, which for some reason I can't find my copy of. Incidentally, having reread that entire series, have you ever noticed just how fucking racist they are? Egad! I always expected to be living like the Jetsons by the year 2000, and yet, I still remember when the Challenger disaster happened. I was in 5th grade. Our teacher, Mrs. Cronin, had lost a bet with the entire class about who was going to win the Super Bowl, and she owed us lunch. We sat in the classroom instead of going into the cafeteria, and they wheeled the television in so we could watch the Challenger launch. And then, boom. As far as I'm concerned, the U.S. space program began its slow, miserable death that day. It's not dead yet, but I can't remember the last time anybody gave a shit unless they were, like me, completely mad for space. Except I'm even getting rather less so, just out of despair. I went a little bit nutty movie-wise last year or so, and bought just about every historical fiction movie about the space program I could find. No documentaries, no horror movies, only one entirely fictional piece. I asked for suggestions on Facebook, but people just didn't seem to get it. They recommended something about people designing the rockets or running the satellite dish or a monster eating the ship's crew. I wanted to see astronauts in action. I wanted to see the cockpit, the lander, the EVA maneuvers, all of that. And digging about, there seems to be very little that meets these specifications, and I think I own them all now. I keep hoping for some scientific mega breakthrough that gets us all to Star Trek levels of space travel. Some method of folding space or some serious power generation or something. Just watch. It'll happen. It'll happen the same week that I've been determined to be unfit for anything other than a bedridden invalid. That's how these things work.